Warning, the following program contains mature subject matter and material that is not suitable for a younger audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
How's it going, everybody? Good morning, good evening, wherever you are around the world, and welcome to a brand new episode of Mugen Fight Night Fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first episode of Mugen Fight Night Fighters for 2026, and ladies and gentlemen, a lot of stuff has happened. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some brand new stages, and of course, brand new characters, but I think we're gonna go back to the old stuff, at least to get everybody hyped up for what's coming this year. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we've got two newcomers. We've got Frollo from the Frollo Show. For those of you that don't know, Frollo Show is a very, very successful YTP. It is one of my favorite YTPs of all time next to Mogro Studios, and I highly recommend you check these guys out. Chincharinas, you are awesome. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we've got Erick Draven as his opponent, and ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna send him into the big city, and let's see what happens.
Suddenly, I heard a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
Round 1, fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 is in the way. Looks like Erick Draven tried to go for a kick, but ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, Frollo with fire. And now, oh, a fire dragon. And now, fire dragon again. Erick Draven, his health cut in half. Fireballs by Frollo. Oh my lord, the fire dragon. Fire flamethrower. The fire dragon again. Ladies and gentlemen, Frollo is just spamming that fire dragon. And he goes again, and it's over.
It seems I will be fighting you after all.
Round 2, fight.
And here we go, round 2. Frollo goes for a special. Oh my lord, a large fireball, but Erick missed it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, he's going again, and Erick dodged it with defense. Fireball, ladies and gentlemen, and oh my lord, punches and kicks. Oh my lord, what a knee strike. Erick's health has just been cut in half, and now he's going, oh my lord, double flamethrower, and now, oh my lord, triple flamethrower 4 times, going for his epic special, but even though he goes defense, it's not enough.
Is mine.
And here's the replay, ladies and gentlemen. As you could see, Frollo was really going ham with those fireball dragons. And ladies and gentlemen, it took 3 to knock Erick Draven out in round 1. And then in round 2, he went for his fireball flamethrowers, ladies and gentlemen. And then he went for his ultimate special, which Erick tried to dodge, but it wasn't enough. What a debut and a win for Frollo, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I thought that this was going to be a 2-1 victory, but ladies and gentlemen, Erick did not stand a chance against Frollo's fireballs. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to move on to our next match of the night. We've got Dunk Hunt Dog taking on Banjo Kazooie. Back in Super Smash Bros., these two trolled each other during Banjo Kazooie's big debut. And ladies and gentlemen, Banjo and Kazooie definitely now want revenge against Duck Hunt Dog. We're gonna send them straight into Big City and light some fireworks.
Round 1, fight.
And here we go, round 1 is in the way. Oh my lord, Kazooie with the defense, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Duck Hunt Dog going, oh my lord, what's he going for? Oh my lord, he just summoned one of his ducks. And now, in come the hunters, ladies and gentlemen. Banjo and Kazooie, they're getting targeted here. And oh my lord, Banjo and Kazooie, they just lost a lot of chunk of health. And now their health has just been cut now. Oh my lord, in come the barrage of ducks, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, Banjo and Kazooie once again taking heavy damage. And now, oh my lord, looks like Duck Hunt Dog, they cornered Banjo and Kazooie, but ladies and gentlemen, nothing happened. Banjo tried to summon Mumbo for assist, but ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, what an attack. And now, oh my lord, they're all down, it's over.
Round 2, fight.
And here we go, round 2, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, looks like, oh, Banjo, they're trying to play defense once again, but ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, he tried to send in Mumbo for the assist, but ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, looks like Duck Hunt Dog tried to go for a special, but Banjo played defense on this one, and now, oh my lord, egg barrage, ladies and gentlemen, but nothing happened. And now Banjo, they're trying to avoid as many attacks as possible. And oh my lord, they tried to go for an NES special. Banjo Kazooie's health has been cut in half. And oh my lord, the hunters have stepped in. The hunters have stepped in. And now Banjo and Kazooie, they're cornered. And now what's happening here? Oh my lord, the barrage of ducks, but nothing happens. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Banjo and Kazooie, they're still taking heavy damage. The rat-a-tat-tat, but nothing happens. And look at this! Oh my lord! Look at that! Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, a final hit and it's over! And as we can see from the replay, ladies and gentlemen, Duck Hunt Dog went ham with all these specials, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, all it took was a rollout, a tail whip, and Banjo tried to dodge, but it couldn't get the job done. And then in round 2, Banjo and Kazooie, they tried to play defense. They tried to go for their rat attack. They were cornered, and then all it took was a barrage of ducks to put Banjo and Kazooie out of commission. And with that, Duck Hunt Dog sealed the victory 2-0. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Banjo Kazooie lost this one, but then again, they did knock out Duck Hunt Dog during their debut video in Super Smash Bros. But nevertheless, at least Duck Hunt Dog finally got his revenge. So ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to move on to the Duels Division. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Peach and Daisy taking on Sakura and Yuri from Street Fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Mushroom Kingdom versus Team Street Fighter. We're going to send these teams into the Pig City, and ladies and gentlemen, let's see what happens.
Round 1. Fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 is in the way. Oh my lord, Team Street Fighter going after the two princesses. Oh my lord, Peach and Daisy taking some massive help. Oh my lord, Daisy tried to counter on Sakura, but ladies and gentlemen, not much health has been lost. Peach's health has just been cut in half. Oh my lord, Peach is taking massive damage and she's being, oh my lord, she's surrounded. Daisy, oh my lord, ice attack. Ladies and gentlemen, it took a chunk of Sakura's health. And now Princess Peach, she's almost down, and Princess Peach is down. Only Daisy is left standing. Looks like they glitched out for a moment there. And oh my lord, now they're going after Daisy. Sakura is almost down. And now look at this. Oh my lord, what a grab attack, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, Daisy, she's now being cornered here. Meanwhile, Yuri is going for a charge, and it's over.
Yuri!
Round 2. Fight.
And here we go, round 2. And now, ladies and gentlemen, already Hadouken to Princess Peach. And ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, what a taunt by Daisy. And she's paying for it now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, what massive damage. Sakura and Yuri, they just took a hit. And now, oh my lord, a thwomp attack by Princess Peach. But ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, here comes a bomb and a Toad for the assist. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like a bomb is going to explode. And it explodes on Yuri. Princess Daisy's health done now. She's now cornered, and ladies and gentlemen, Princess Daisy, she's down, and only Peach is left. Princess Peach is surrounded. She tried to go for a bomb attack on Yuri and Sakura. Yuri takes the hit, and Princess Peach is down.
Yuri!
And as we can see from the replay, ladies and gentlemen, Peach and Daisy, they were cornered, ladies and gentlemen, in both rounds by both Sakura and Yuri. And in the end, it was Daisy who was eliminated in the first round, and then Peach got eliminated in the second round after Daisy took the KO first. Ladies and gentlemen, Peach tried to go for the bombs, but she couldn't get the job done. Well, looks like Peach and Daisy, they did not have a good night tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as they lost their battle 2-0. But ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to move on to the next match of the night and see if we can have a 2-1 victory for either of these teams. We've got Inkling Boy and Inkling Girl taking on Beavis and Butthead, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one heck of a battle, and I cannot wait to see who wins it. Let's send them into the Pig City and let's light some fireworks.
Guess I'll be getting a kick out of this.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 is in the way. Oh my lord, looks like Butthead tried to go for the kick attack, ladies and gentlemen. And now, oh my lord, looks like one of the Inklings is going after Butthead. Butthead took a huge chunk of damage here. Inkling Girl, meanwhile, is taking a massive hit. Oh my lord, looks like, oh my lord, they went for a splat shot, but ladies and gentlemen, Inkling Girl took some major damage there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, Butthead taking some massive damage in return. Meanwhile, Beavis is going after the Inkling Girl. Inkling Girl is already down. Only the Inkling Boy is left against Beavis and Butthead. He's cornered, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, it's over.
Round 2, fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 2 already. They're going for the chainsaw attack. Inkling Girl's health is already cut in half, and so is Inkling Boy, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my lord, they're taking some massive damage. Both of them are cornered, ladies and gentlemen. Beavis and Butthead not taking a single hit, and it's over.
Well, we better bury you. You're already starting to stink.
And as we can see from the replay, ladies and gentlemen, Beavis and Butthead, they mopped the floor with both Inklings, with Inkling Girl going down first, and then Inkling Boy following suit, thanks to Butthead and Beavis's barrage of attacks with the pogo stick and above all else. And then in round 2, they both got defeated simultaneously, Beavis and Butthead picking up a near flawless victory, and with that, they sealed the deal 2-0. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, Beavis and Butthead clean house. And they did so tonight against their opponents. And with that, we want to wish Beavis and Butthead best of luck with their next opponent in the future. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to a very special match. This is a match that is very, very interesting. We've got R4 taking on his own brothers. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a homage to tonight's special presentation, Virus AI Journey Through the Deep Web. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be R4 taking on his brothers in a 4-on-1 handicap match. Let's send them into the big city and let's see who wins it.
Not another step, my brother.
Fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, R4 getting decimated immediately by the clones. And ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, he's taking some massive damage here. And ladies and gentlemen, what a flawless victory!
There is no escape, my brother.
Round 2, fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 2 is underway. Oh my lord, once again, they're going after R4 with their own attacks. And ladies and gentlemen, another flawless victory! Well, ladies and gentlemen, the replay speaks for itself. R4, he got his head, body, and soul mopped the floor with by his evil clones, not once, but twice. 2-0. R4, better luck next time. Talk about anticlimactic, ladies and gentlemen. R4's clones have managed to mop the floor with him, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately for R4, we're going to be seeing all of them later tonight at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for Virus AI Journey Through the Deep Web. With that being said, let's move on to our main event, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Team Dragon Ball Z's Goku, Gohan, Krillin, and Piccolo taking on Team Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus, Sailor Mercury, and Sailor Mars. With that being said, let's send them straight into the Pig City and find out which team is going to win.
Round 1. Fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 is in the way, and it looks like Team Sailor Moon and Team Dragon Ball Z, they're really going after each other, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like, oh my lord, they're going after, Krillin going for his own strikes, but Sailor Mars with her own special. And look at that, what a sweet kick, but ladies and gentlemen, Sailor Moon is down, Sailor Venus is down, and oh my lord, Sailor Mars, she's the only one left, and Sailor Mars is down.
You know you can't beat me.
Round 2. Fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 2 is now underway. Looks like Sailor Moon once again taking some massive damage here. And now, oh my lord, what a hit. And now, oh my lord, looks like Krillin and Gohan, they're both teaming up, ladies and gentlemen. Taking on Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is down. And oh my lord, looks like, all the other Sailor Scouts are cornered here. And now, oh my lord, what an attack. Sailor Moon's team is cornered, and it's over. And here's the instant replay, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Sailor Mars tried her best to hold her own against Team Dragon Ball Z, but no matter what happened, Sailor Moon couldn't get the job done. And then in round 2, Team Sailor Moon, they all got cornered, and in the end, it was Team Dragon Ball Z who picked up the victory 2-0. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a win for Team Dragon Ball Z. They mopped the floor with the Sailor Scouts 2-0. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our episode tonight of Mugen Fight Night Fighters. We want to thank you all so much for watching tonight's episode, and we're hoping to see you again soon. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, tonight at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, we've got Virus AI Journey Through the Deep Web, where we're going to see R4 taking on another big hurdle of viruses, and that's going to happen right here tonight on YouTube.com. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. With that being said, good night, ladies and gentlemen.